So the Trump administration and the War Department ordered two destroyers, two ships, two destroyers into the Persian Gulf. And now they have closed the straits, using the U.S. Navy to close their straits on their terms, which I think is a really clever move. I don't think it's going to work the way he wants it to work, but it's a nice little clever move. What Trump is attempting to do is he's trying to take Iran's leverage, their cards, their ace in the hole, away from them. Okay, kind of like in the movie The Bronx Tale, that scene where the mafia boss locks the door in the biker gang, and now he goes, "Now's use, can't leave." It's kind of like that. I don't think it's going to work though. Iran will think, from their perspective, first of all, it's a martyrdom. So if it hurts their economy but damages the global economy, they think that that's a win from their perspective. Again, you have to understand that culture. You have to understand the philosophy that guides the modern day Persian state. But I think what's going to happen is Iran will say, fine, go ahead, block the straits. You can do it on your terms. It's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt us. At least that's the stance that they're going to take. And if the United States attempts to enforce the old maritime traffic scheme, I expect them, the Iranians, to begin launching drones to affect the shipping that they don't want going through there, and then possibly actually maybe even sinking the destroyers with their theater ballistic missiles. Now, obviously, that would be an escalation, and then it could be tit for tat, and we can destroy the world's economy that way by destroying the oil infrastructure in the Gulf. When oil gets up to $250 a barrel, the world's economy essentially collapses. So that's not a situation that anybody wants. Now, again, I have to applaud the idea. It's a clever idea, but I'd be very surprised if that works, unfortunately. Iran has leverage still, okay? They're in a state of war. The way they look at it is that they were attacked. Now, the current Iranian state, there's plenty of criticism that can be leveled against that. I am no fan of that regime, trust me. There's a lot of regimes I'm no fan of, and Iran is certainly one of them, with their proxies, the Shia militias and Hezbollah. I'm not saying that the Israeli regime is no angel either. Trust me, I'm no fan of the AIPAC lobbies here in the United States, and I think that needs to change too. Okay, I'm a supporter of the existence of Israel. I just don't think that Israel in its form, the Zionist government, the Zionist lobby and that special interest, that needs to go. But with that said, unfortunately, given the Iranian regime, and like I've already said, I'm no fan of, it holds the leverage. So I think that the Trump administration may give in to a lot of their demands, and if they don't, we're looking at a much more escalated war and possibly World War III if we drag in other powers to get involved in this. I think that this could also be a great opportunity in disguise. Unfortunately, Trump has been, I think, compromised by the whole Zionist lobby, and I've made a break with him. I was a supporter of Trump, and I made excuses for it up until he attacked Iran, which I think is incredibly stupid. But on the upside, the opportunity here is that we can make a deal through the chaos, and we can finally retract our American empire that we really don't need, that doesn't benefit anybody. And we can still keep the dollar as a reserve currency standard, which is something I think is very important. But if this doesn't go the right way, that currency standard, that US dollar, petrodollar standard, can fall to the wayside, and we would be in very, very serious trouble here in the United States. So this is a very dangerous situation. Like I said, closing the straits on our terms, clever idea. I don't think it's going to work though.